Yo, what's up guys, it's me. So today we're going to be doing some Pokemon TCG on playtcg.me. Bebe search as well, because, you know, that's the site you use to build the deck. If you guys don't know this site, this is an excellent site if you want to play the Pokemon TCG, but you don't have the time, money, resources, etc. to get all of those little codes for the TCGO. So this site is free. You have access to all the cards that are in the current format and all that good shit, and it's really cool. So I highly suggest this kind of site. Hit this site to you guys that want to play TCG, but don't have the resources, the time, money, etc. to get all the codes and the cards necessary to play on there. But anyway, enough of that. Today we're going to be using a new deck that came out of the Pokemon X and Y set. It is Xerneas Aromatisse. Xerneas uses its normal Xerneas card basically for energy acceleration. The attack Geomancy does it allows you to search your deck for 2 basic energy cards and put them on 2 of your bench, 2 fairy energy cards and put them on your benched Pokemon, which is pretty damn cool. Has a decent attack as well for 100 damage. Discards an energy card attached to you, but it's a small price to pay. Also has a resistance to dark, which is really nice against like Darkrai and stuff like that. And it's also weak to steel, which is not a very popular type in the TCG. You still have like stuff like Cobalion running around and stuff, I guess. Also the new Aegislash deck might give you a little bit of a problem, but I haven't really seen Aegislash running around that much. I might try to make my own, but start off with 4 of those. Then we're going to go to the Xerneas EX. This is your main attacker. Resistance to dark, weakness to steel as well. Standard 170 base HP. He has 2 really good attacks. Does 60 damage and allows you to hit the bench for 30, which isn't as good as Darkrai, mind you, but still 60 damage is good for taking out stuff like Squirtle and 60 HP Trubbish and stuff like that. Does lose out on killing like Sableye and the 70 HP Trubbish and shit, but it's still a damn good HP stat. Its second attack, X Blast, does 140 damage with the side effect of you can't use X Blast on the next turn, which, as we'll see with the use of Keldeo, is not a problem at all. So next up you have Spritzy. Spritzy is just kind of there, to get you to the next stage, which is Aromatisse. Aromatisse has a very good ability, just like the old Klinklang or the old Hydreigon. It allows you to transfer fairy energy. Fairy transfer allows you just to move your fairy energy as much as you want, anywhere you want, which is really nice. Has an attack that is complete garbage and you never have to use it, but the 90 HP is really nice for being able to use Level Ball to get this thing out. Then you have Keldeo. Everybody should know that plays TCG should know Keldeo by now. It allows you to have the Rush-In ability. Anytime your Pokemon is statused, you can just rush in with your Keldeo, reset that status, switch it right back out, and this works excellently for Xerneas. So you can just rush in with your Keldeo and then retreat back out with the use of either a Fairy Energy and Fairy Garden or the Float Stone. So it's just a nice little tech that runs around in a lot of decks, and it's pretty damn good. It allows you to just pretty much consistently be hitting for 140 damage every turn, which is very, very good. So next up you have the standard 4 Juniper, and then I'm running 4 Shauna. You can put N in this spot, but I kind of like Shauna. It does cut down on some disruption, like late game and stuff like that, but that's okay for me. You also lose out on getting one less card, but in the late game this thing is really useful. It's basically like Professor Oak's New Theory minus 1 card. If you guys remember what Professor Oak's New Theory was, it allows you to put your hand into your deck and draw 5 cards. Professor Oak's New Theory was 6, so this is just a nice little card to bring back I do lose one card out of the deal, but whatever. I like it, and it's just a really nice tech card. So next up, you have 3 Skyla, pretty standard. You know, it allows you to search out all your trainer cards, everything on here. So if you're hurting for something, you can just go grab it. Next, you have the new Stadium Fairy Garden. If you have any energy attached to one of your any fairy energy attached to one of your Pokemon, you have no retreat cost. This is excellent for things like Keldeo, and then you could essentially with Aromatisse give anything on your field free retreat cost. So catchers, even though they did get even a bigger nerf with this rotation, it's not even it's essentially a non-issue. This deck is not really hurt by catcher stall at all, which is really nice. Next up, you have Floatstone and Experience Share. Floatstone allows you to just attach this to your Pokemon, and then you just get free retreat on your Pokemon. Then you get Experience Share, because I like to, I've seen people use like Muscle Band in this deck to get, a little bit more damage off with, Xerneas' attack, but that only bumps you up to 160, which is still out of kill range for, some kind of, some EXs, like the 170 base EXs, like other Xerneas', Evoltal, and Keldeo, and etc. So it's not really worth it in my opinion. I would much rather have the Experience Share, keep that energy on the field, keep the energy flowing, which is really nice. Next up, you have standard for Pokemon Catcher. Like I said, Catcher did get a nerf. It now requires a coin flip, but it's still really nice card to have to catch people off guard, get those easy kills. Then you have 3 Ultra Ball to search out everything in the deck, besides, I guess, Spritzy and Aromatisse. You don't really want to be using these on Spritzy and Aromatisse unless you absolutely have to. Then you have 2 Level Ball, which are really nice for getting out Spritzy and Aromatisse because they are under 90 HP, or 90 HP and under. Then I'm running 2 Professor's Letter, which is basically a double energy search, which is really cool. Like, it allows you to just get 2 basic energy cards out of your deck anytime you want to. So that's really nice if you're just hurting for energy. Play one of these, you get 2 energy out of your deck, and it's really nice. A spec card is going to be the Computer Search. It's pretty standard. And then 3 Max Potion. With Aromatisse's ability, this works excellent. You can just move all the energy off of your, like, say, Xerneas with a ton of damage on it, and then play a Max Potion, move it all back on it, and then you have a full health Xerneas ready just to fuck shit up. We have the new Fairy Energy. I'm running 10 of them, and also 2 of the double colorless energy. This is a very good energy spread, I think. You don't really want to use the double colorless energy that much, but it's really nice for getting out a second turn breakthrough or X Blast, which is really useful. Also works kind of well with Keldeo if you ever need to use its Secret Sword attack. I haven't really found any use for it right of yet because I don't really run any water energy in this, so it's only gonna hit for 50. But it's still a nice option to have. But that's the deck. Let me know what you think of it. I'm gonna pause here and I'm going to jump to a game, and I will talk to you guys in just a second. Alright, so here we go with the game. We're gonna roll that dice, and I believe I actually won the coin flip. So thanks to the new rules, I have to choose who gets to go first before I draw my cards, and I decided to let him go first because I want to get off that first turn Geomancy, because also thanks to first turn thanks to the new mechanics of X and Y, you can no longer attack on the first turns. So like whoever goes first, they are not going to be able to attack that turn. And with my deck being kind of like Speed Xerneas, I want to get that first turn attack off, and well, my first turn attack off, and get going. But and I start actually pretty good with a Xerneas and a Spritzy on the bench. I'm going to attach that experience share, and unfortunately I do have to Juniper away a lot of stuff, but I am greatly rewarded with the Fairy Energy and plenty of cards that I need. Get Ultra Ball for a Xerneas EX, and I'm going to go ahead and go straight for that Geomancy, get out 2 Fairy Energies, put them onto the bench, and as you see, I also have that Level Ball there, so I'm definitely going to be able to get out that Aromatisse, and I'm going to potentially be able to hit for 140 damage on the second turn, which is pretty awesome. So he's going to play a Beach and a Skyla, which is kind of interesting. You'll see I also threw away a Virizion on his first turn with an Ultra Ball. I don't know, but this guy has a somewhat similar deck to mine, but it's just, in my opinion, it looks kind of cluttered. But I'm going to go ahead and go straight for that Level Ball. I do get my Fairy Garden as well, which is excellent. I don't have to waste any time hoping for a Float Stone or anything to get that Xerneas out of the way. I'm going to be able to retreat my Xerneas, put it out there, and I do also get a Keldeo, which is really nice. I'm going to attach an experience share to that Xerneas EX and just attach another energy wherever. It really does not matter. So I'm going to Fairy Transfer up to my Xerneas EX, and I'm going to go for 60, and I'm going to try to hit for 30 onto that bench Xerneas EX, but I actually make a misplay, and I forgot that Mr. Mime's ability actually blocks damage to the bench no matter where it is. I thought it was like the old Manectric, Electric Wall Manectric, and the fact that it had to be on the bench to block damage to the bench, but I was wrong, and I could have just killed off that Mr. Mime right there, and it actually would have been really good for me if I had, but instead I live with my misplay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and let him keep playing. So you know, that's just the way it is sometimes. I mean, it's sometimes if people give you the option to, you know, do that, I probably would take it, but you know, this was my misplay, and I didn't want to. I don't know. I just felt like it was right for me to not take back the play. So he's going to be able to go for the breakthrough, hit me for 60, and then for 30 onto my benched Aromatisse. And I'm going to go ahead and go for a Shauna as I drop the Keldeo onto the bench. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, I'm going to bring my Xerneas EX back, because I am in potential kill range from his Xerneas EX's X-Blast. So I'm going to be able to be just moving all my energy onto some of my more bulky things, and I'm going, like my Keldeo, and I'm going to be able to go ahead and do 100 damage. I do lose an energy for it, but I'm going to be able to do 100 damage and do a solid amount to that Xerneas EX over there, which will easily put it in kill range from almost anything on my of my main attackers. So my Xerneas or my Xerneas EX. So not exactly the most optimal play that you really want to go for, but you know, whatever. So he actually decides to pull out his Yveltal EX. He's running Yveltal EX, and it's definitely viable, because Yveltal EX is a very big threat, and just being able to transfer around a lot of energy onto it, it's kind of like, in a way, it's like Mewtwo EX, but better in some ways, and then worse in some ways. So I'm trying to count up the damage, and I'm going to miscount, but he's going to be able to attach another energy, and I think that's going to be enough. It's going to put him at 160 with the Muscle Band and all the energy on the field, plus, and then take away 20 for my resistance to the dark, and I'm going to be able to keep actually both of those energies, which is excellent for me, and I'm going to just send out the Spritzy because, you know, it's nice because, you know, I have free retreat on it. You know, I can just transfer up a fairy energy and just swap it right back out. So that's always good for me. So I'm going to go ahead and try to play a catcher here, I think, before I Juniper. Nope, I don't actually play the catcher because I want to get massive amounts of damage up on that Yveltal right there. So let's see what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pull back my Spritzy, send out my Xerneas EX, and I play a fairy energy onto the Xerneas, but then I just take it back. I meant to put that on the bench, not on the Keldeo, because I would much rather lose the double colorless at this point than the fairy energy, because, you know, the fairy energy is more useful to me. So yeah, let's see. So I'm gonna hit him for a solid 140 damage. That's going to be in kill range of pretty much anything at this point, and he's going to computer search for that tool scrapper. Oh, that was so sucky because I was meaning just to sacrifice this Xerneas EX, hopefully get out another one next turn, and then I would have been able to just keep those 2 fairy energy that were on my on that Xerneas EX out there that I was going to sacrifice. See, this is why I really like having experience share the deck, because it keeps those energy onto the field whenever you have to do something like that, like sacrifice it. But unfortunately for me, he did have the tool scrapper available, so at best I'm going to be able to, you know, just get off 60 damage, which will be enough to actually take out this this Yveltal EX, which I am perfectly fine with. So I'm gonna send out the Xerneas EX, and that's just the excellent thing about this deck, is it's just nice and fast, nice and consistent. Once you get it set up, it's ready to go, and it can just hit solidly and heavily every turn you want it to. So he's been playing a lot of ends, which is kind of annoying. Like I've had a pretty darn good hand there, and unfortunately though he ends it away. But I do end up with a Shauna, which is not bad. He's gonna hit me for 140 damage, but as you see there, I do have the max potion in hand, so I'm gonna be able to max potion off that damage because I can move the energy off that Xerneas, and I don't have to lose a thing. So I'm gonna play a catcher because I can, and then just drop the 2 float stones, just trying to thin out my deck of the useless cards. They're not going to be really useful on the Spritzy and Aromatisse, but whatever. And then I'm going to Shauna, get out another fairy energy, and I'm going to be able to hit for a solid 140 damage on this turn, and that is just wonderful. So we're actually pretty even right now. So he's gonna Skyla. I think that was for a Juniper on that turn. He's gonna send out his Xerneas right here, and I think he's just gonna go ahead and go for a Geomancy. Just try to get more of his energy onto the field. So I actually draw my second Aromatisse, so might as well. Gonna go ahead and go for that Shauna, get out another catcher. I'm actually gonna score the catcher this time, going to drag out the Xerneas EX with the 100 damage on it, because that one is out of the kill range of my Keldeo in case I do need to use it to kill something. The other one only has 30 damage, 30 HP left, so I want to get that 100 HP one out of the way. Going to go ahead and rush in with my Keldeo. I don't actually do it, you know, I just kind of tell him. I rush in with my Keldeo, and then I retreat back out, and I'm able to reset, because as soon as your Pokemon hits the bench, any effects or even self-done effects are removed from that Pokemon. So that's what works so well with Keldeo. I can just rush in and then just retreat back out, and then Xerneas can hit for another 140 damage again, which is excellent. So he sends out his Xerneas right here, hits me for 140, and I get another Xerneas onto the bench. I do have the Max Potion in hand, but I'm not going to actually use it I'm going to be able to just move that active Xerneas back onto the bench, and oh wait, I actually do end up using the max potion, so my bad. So I thought I didn't. But yeah, so I'm going to do 140 damage, and I'm going to just put that one easily within kill range, as he's going to send his Xerneas back out, and oh wait, no, he changed his mind. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and go for the Ultra Ball. And what is he Ultra Balling? Okay, nope. I didn't see what he Ultra Balled for. He might have just went for nothing, because you can actually do that. He's going to attach the Muscle Band, and he's going to be able just to hit me for 120 damage. I go for the catcher, try to end this game quickly, but unfortunately I whiff it. And I'm going to just go ahead and swap my fresh Xerneas up, and I'm going to just go ahead and KO his normal Xerneas here. And now all I have left is one more prize. He cannot KO this Xerneas that has all the energy on it. He's going to go ahead and scoop, and that is pretty much the game, because anything on his field I could have one-shotted. His only hope was probably just sending out like a bulky, another bulky EX, because I don't think I had any more catchers. Like if he had another Yveltal or a Xerneas or hell, Virizion or whatever he had in his deck, but that was pretty good. Pretty good close game, in my opinion, and came down to kind of the wire there. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I showed you guys the deck list at the beginning of the video, so if you're interested, you can definitely go check out this deck, and yeah, you can just, just let me know what you think. You can have some fun with it. It's a pretty fun deck. I think it's pretty good. Maybe not top tier, sure, but it has potential. It has a lot of potential. You might need to tweak it a little bit for your play style or something like that. But that's pretty much going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. I love you all, and deuces.